Oh my God, I did it again. Welcome to Watch Rewatch, the podcast that examines the art of the rewatch. I'm Sean.
I'm John.
And we're back, and I did it again. One day I'm going to learn how to
Yes.
podcast. Someday.
Videocast.
Videocast. Yeah, I know what my problem is, but welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, John.
Examining or re-examining the art of the rewatch.
Examining, re-examining, diving deep and shallow. We do it all, and we do none of it, and that's the show. Welcome to anybody just tuning in live on the internet, and welcome to people watching later, hopefully in the far-off future, wondering what this show is.
Yeah. No, me too. I was like, oh yeah, we do the rewatch thing.
We do the rewatch thing. It's a big part of the how we got that show going, but rookie IT. Hey, Brian, how you doing? I have an IT professional roasting me, and fair enough, fair enough. My IT skills need to be better, and I'm going to work on it. I'm going to go to school, and I'm going to get a degree in IT.
They can't teach you not to have like sausage fingers, right?
No, I don't think so. Is that
You don't have sausage fingers. I don't know.
mean, they could be if I get them close.
When you type, do you do like the digits or do you do like the?
Is it? I didn't know there's two styles.
A Family Guy had this joke where if like ladies with big press-on nails, they're not going to tap. They're going
Right.
to like
Yeah.
fingerprints.
Yeah, there's a whole. Yeah, right. You have to. Yeah, no, I type pretty hard with the mechanical keyboard.
Okay.
But
You make your keyboard. You leave blood stains on your keyboard.
I do leave
your-
blood stains on the keyboard. Welcome anybody just tuning in live. We have a special announcement for this episode. We've made some changes to the studio, and we can take your calls, actual phone calls for people that still do it. It's like Dr. Drew, but with less Dr. Drew and more of us. So if you'd like to call us, we have a special phone number for the show. It's down below. 514 number, Canada local. So if you want to call in, we're going to take your calls.
So we need a jingle because any telephone number that's advertised gets a jingle.
That's true. It's like, what is the Alarm Force one? That's the one. Something, 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 something.
like
2001.
514 is the Montreal one. 416 is a Toronto, is a GTA one. It's a
I know.
pure GTA one. I love that.
Yeah.
And 0943.
It's a
514 416 0943.
It's a very
it's getting there.
confusing number. Yeah, we could. I think we can do that. So I got the. It's this is not my personal
Call in
number.
with a jingle.
Yeah, pitch us
And
your
I'll give
jingle.
you one of these.
That's
give
it.
you one of these.
All right, whoever calls in,
Anyone you want.
yeah, you can choose from John's run of VHS. You give us a call,
Yeah.
and we will take your suggestion and
Serious jingles only.
serious jingles only. No memes, no goofs. This is a very serious show. So 514-416-0943. This is not personal numbers.
09?
We got a special app so we could take the call. So yeah, give us a call and give us your pitch for a jingle for that phone number, and tell us about what's going on in your life. What are you watching? For people who still make phone calls.
What are you watching, Sean? It's been 2 weeks.
Been 2
You
weeks.
watched everything you wanted to watch? Have you watched any Mike Lee movies?
No, although I talked about Mike Lee movies with one of my crew members. They were a big Mike Lee fan.
You earned points because of that.
I think I did, and it also made me realize that I've been really truly slacking, and I should watch, my backlog. But I didn't realize how many films Mike Lee has made over the course of his career. I just did like an IMDb search. Tons. He's making movies like nonstop. Since the
He's
80s.
like he's like an activist in a way. He just loves film or theater or whatever. He's got a I don't know when his new one's coming out, but he's old. You got to
Is he still
treat them
making?
precious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, every couple of years. The last one he did, Peterloo for Amazon Studios, was his most expensive, and that is an Eat Your Vegetables movie. And the one before that, his Mr. Turner about a painter, was like if it was like eating vegetables in black and white. It was just so boring.
Oh, really? So yeah, I haven't seen much of his recent work, and it seems like most of the stuff that people love is pretty early. It's like through the '80s through the
Yeah,
early 2000s. I don't know. I mean, he's made some that have been well regarded more recently, right? Like they do well
yeah,
generally critically.
sure, for sure. They do well critically. This Happy Go Lucky, I think we all remember that one from 2009 about that. Sally Hawkins was like this kindergarten teacher who was perpetually happy.
Sally Hawkins. What? I can't put a face to that name.
Yeah,
What
that's
what
okay.
other
She was in that Best Picture of Guillermo del Toro. She was the human in love with the thing.
Okay, yeah, The Shape of Water. Now I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay,
Okay,
that's it. Yeah.
so she
Anyway, she was in that.
is she a character actress? Is that her? Was she?
I guess she was nominated for an Academy Award with this Blue Jasmine, that Woody Allen thing. Oh my God, there's a Woody Allen documentary coming out on
Oh.
HBO next week or the week after.
A slam one, like a real like, oh, this
In
is
the vein of Finding Neverland and Tiger King, let's say. You know,
Okay.
it's that time of year where we're gonna get some monster that we're all gonna vilify
Yep.
for the winter season, and then when the summer comes around, they're gonna be the victim again.
Oh wow. Okay, so this is coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's called Alan v. Farrow.
Alan V. Fair. Okay, talking about the all of that. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I've seen
Call us now, and we will talk about this.
Yeah, call us now. Give us a ring. Who's going to be the first? I bet you nobody's going to call though. Nobody wants to talk on the phone.
Paul Sweeney should call.
Nah,
Paul Sweeney has a telephone.
He does have a telephone. Let's not open that can of worms. But also, somebody's got to call. So we'll take a call live on the air. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's funny, like call in as a format. I guess like people don't use phones. Also, there's like no, there's four people
it's
watching.
a donation thing. Like I'm transferring some tapes right now from Faulty Towers that this guy did. I mean, if we can get to it at whatever point, but I got a whole bunch of VHSs that I'm like a dog that thinks it's a cat covered in catnip. I'm just like going insane because I'm insane.
So all of these, yeah, I guess fill people in a little bit. I think we have some photos.
Show the photos.
Okay.
My words will never do photos justice.
So
Okay, so that's after I organize them.
okay. So
This was the ad.
So you got an ad on Kijiji of 100 home recorded VHS tapes, and so
Sent to me by a friend.
look
on
at
Messenger.
that. Look at that haul.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's the appeal of having that many VHSs? Is it all about the commercials or the channel flipping, getting a sense of this person through the things that they recorded? Is it all of those things? What is it to you?
All of the above and all of the below.
Wow.
It's fun, I guess, in my brain to pop it in and not know what to expect. You know, when you put in a VHS, no matter what VHS, whether it's every copy of the Beverly Hillbillies, they're all going to start and finish the same. But if you put in somebody's curated bullshit like this crap,
Yeah.
God knows what you're going to find.
You never know. I suppose, yeah, they could be recording a movie, change the channel.
But you've set me on this path. It's not really my path specifically, but there's an ad that we need to find.
Okay.
It's like some coveted ad, right? You're saying there's this long lost ad
Yes.
that we need to find. It's a Campbell's soup ad or something.
It's a Campbell's soup ad. So for anybody who hasn't been following this, there was an ad, and maybe Brian, who's in the chat here, you're of the era, you're a little older, you may remember this. There was an ad with Matt Sundin, who's a player for the Toronto Maple Leafs, for Chunky's Campbell's Soup. And it had someone playing his mother going, "Mats, come and eat your chunky soup," like a Swedish mother. And it played all the time, but for whatever reason, this commercial can't be found online. Like, we've done the deep dive. You look on YouTube.
It's a hockey guy.
It's a hockey guy. There are other versions of commercials with mats that were done around the same time that are available online. This one isn't. So we're offering cash tips. If you also happen to have a copy of this, send it our way. We will reward you.
Okay. I hope it's here. What year do you think it would have happened in?
That's the thing. We'll have to confirm with the year from the other ads, but it mid 90s, probably.
I have a Montreal versus LA Stanley Cup 1993 tape.
Well, that might be a little early, but I think it was a little later than that. But it's
I have a 96 Stanley Cup in here too.
Well, that's the thing. I think we can narrow it down. But if you've seen it in the comments, see, Brian remembers it. I know. It existed. It was on all the time, and all we want to do is find it.
Don't you worry. It's here somewhere.
It has to be.
We're like Lost. Don't worry. The answers are here. We're gonna get you in.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna find it. So if we do,
this guy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say this guy was just like, I couldn't believe that somebody. I answered his ad in an hour. He was just like, imagine somebody racing to your door the next morning wanting your trash.
Oh my God! It's incredible. 100 VHS. There is a good. The odds
150.
150, dude. The odds are extremely high that Matt Sundin might be on there.
He's got a bunch of Seinfeld tapes, and I've only looked at one. And he did the thing where you stop recording when the commercials start.
Oh boy. Oh,
some of them. Seinfeld ones, the Duckman. He's got some Duckman too, but later Duckman, not earlier Duckman.
Well, hopefully he doesn't.
For Jason Alexander.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe I hope he doesn't always cut out the commercials because that could be kind of a bummer. But
you want to show a clip from one of these commercials? Show people what we're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll just address the chat. Jacob, welcome to the show. Jacob Dunham, family. Got lots of family in the show popping in. Hello. Thanks for joining.
Family loves to call.
Family loves to call. You tell them to call, they're going to call you on the phone number. But we're doing a call in.
514-416-0953.
514-0943. 514-416-0943. Give us a call if you want to, and we'll take your call live on the internet. No press. Don't fuck it up.
Any question.
Any question that you have, we can answer. We promise you an answer, and it's going to be a good one. So give us a call. But to illustrate a little bit what John is talking about with these, spoiler alert, all of our buttons are going off.
It would be a spoiler if we're watching a clip.
There's
a few of them.
It is a spoiler. So for anybody who needs a little context, we're going to show you some ads here to kind of set the mood. So John, what should we take a look at first?
The Murphy Brown one.
Murphy Brown. All right.
This guy taped Murphy Brown, and anyway, check it out. Check out this clip from Murphy Brown.
Here we go.
Alan, you better start thinking a little bigger. You're a millionaire.
Hey, these are the Bush years. 1.2 mil don't go as far as it used to.
This guy looks like a busted Jay Leno.
He's like the Matt LeBlanc of that show.
Clorox bleach.
Yeah, for children. Let's drink this thing and dance all night.
God, this is mid 90s. It has to be. Look at what everybody's wearing. Oh. Cheerios. Ooh, Apple. Is this when because did Apple Jacks come out first and they had to compete with them?
Maybe.
I don't even remember.
Recently, I told you Monistat 7 is available without a prescription.
Oh, it's
and to women who get yeast infections,
the music
that's
in this.
Great news. But here are two more facts. For years, doctors
it's so serene.
Monistat 7 nearly 4-1. So more women have been cured by Monistat 7 than
She's
any
got the
other
Demi
cure.
Moore hair from
Now,
Ghost.
why would you trust
Yeah,
me?
totally. Also, using the word
If you have a yeast
cured
infection,
is
see your doctor.
is
If you
an
know
interesting
you do,
choice. We've
trust
been
the cures
cured.
you know. Monistat 7.
I mean, I guess it's technically correct, but cured, it sounds so much bigger.
Anyway, Murphy's goddamn coat. What a vamp.
What a coat. What a goddamn coat.
So this is what this guy has as an example. It was just one tape, and we got many more, but I thought you would like the Bush thing. Hey, 1.2 million. And
yeah, don't go. I just love that guy looks like Jay Leno. Like, I guess he was an archetype for like men in the late or early 90s. Like, just he looked exactly like him. The hair, the fucking shitty leather jacket.
You have a whole series of Murphy Brown to dive into. You know, this man is in every episode. I think he helps raise Haley Joel Osment once he becomes Murphy Brown's son in that show.
So, oh God, Apple Jacks. Okay, we have an answer. Apple Jacks came out after normal Cheerios when Brian was a kid. So then Apple Jacks came out, and then I guess Cheerios had some of their lunch eaten, and so they went with the cinnamon Cheerios to compete with Apple. Or the Apple cinnamon.
Apple Jacks is a limited time only cereal.
Now,
so if you ever see it, So if you ever see it, buy it because it's a limited time only.
I loved Apple Jacks as a kid.
That shit.
It was so good. Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
Shout out in the comments if you loved Apple Jacks because
Give us a call if you like Apple Jacks.
Give us a call if you like Apple Jacks. Hold on, I'll put the number back up.
514-416-0943.
514-416-0943. Give us a call. Take your phone. Dial the number. I don't think anybody's going to call, but I'm genuinely curious who the fuck is going to be crazy enough to call live on the internet, man. You don't know. Anything can happen. Anything
Is there a
can
way
happen.
to get like a rotary application on my phone? You know,
There must be. There must be some kind of rotary.
Be.
A little rotary
There must
dial.
be. Because I'm an idiot and just want to bother people with my stupid references.
Yeah, just a little rotary phone dial. I loved the rotary phone when I was a kid. It was my favorite thing, and it was just it takes forever to dial a number, and that was something that I never appreciated as a kid. It was just like I would do it and think it was fun, and then when I got a little older, I tried to actually dial a number, and I was like, oh, I get why this isn't around anymore. But now that nobody calls, you should go back to the rotary phone. We should bring it back. Brian says he has some Apple Jacks. So I guess it's maybe only a thing here. It's a regional thing maybe, where we don't have it all the time.
Ontario apples is where they're at. Where they are at.
Send us your Apple Jacks. Send us a box of Apple Jacks. Call us, and then send us your Apple Jacks.
This is Watch Rewatch begging you for apples.
Begging you to call and begging you to send us Apple Jacks.
I never thought we would have like a phone number.
We got a phone number.
Official.
We have a phone number. I mean, nobody's gonna call, but maybe somebody will call, and maybe it'll get nuts. Maybe we'll have somebody trolling us on the internet.
That guy Martin, who I bought, the guy's name was Martin, and he's a nice guy. And the first thing he says to me is, "What are you gonna do with all of these?" And I said, well, I'm going to transfer them. I'm going to watch them. I should have said I'm going to have sex with them just to see what his face would have been like.
He's huh? And then he's
going to have sex with all of them.
Yeah, and he's just trying to figure out how is it through the little tape wind? Is he going to put them all in a pile and hump?
Just watch the question marks. Form around his head.
Yeah, and then just go. I'm just joshing you, and then he's just really uncomfortable, and then it's weird. I really hoped you would have done that, but that's fine. I get it.
Me too.
You're a decent person.
It's that Seinfeld thing where you just like, I'll turn back and say what I should have said.
Yep. Yeah. It's the jerk store called, and they're running out of you. That's you.
Yeah.
That's you in that moment.
So I said, yes, I'm just going to transfer them. And, these are very personal and they're very unique. They're unique to you. They're curated by you at a time, and you put a lot of thought and process. He did put a lot of fucking thought, and he wrote.
Yeah.
And I think I haven't broken down his system, but I think the oranges are television and the whites are movies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so this guy had a system.
He had a fucking system, and so here's a white one, and it's Exorcist and Exorcist 2. Now I don't know if he was these guys who put the two VCRs together to rip them off.
Yeah,
or are they from television? I'm taking a week off work next week to solve this, to facilitate content for our show.
There we go. We're going to figure out if it was. I mean, I really hope they are TV, but he does seem like he's a little more studious, and he's kind of a professional with this stuff. So he's
got the fucking referendum tape from '95 in there. He's got the fucking Diana funeral he's got there, and it's all in these like faded pen marks. And the older the Fiji tape there. Anyway, I'm drooling.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
There's so much.
Trash is literally my treasure.
I mean, there's so much stuff that's been lost to time that's going to be on those. It's like all the little pieces of esoterica or kind of.
We'll play another clip.
Play number. Okay. Kids in the Hall. There's some ads from Kids in the Hall. Here, let's take a look.
This is a CBC thing. We were shitting on CBC last week because they're going to take over.
Yeah.
Once RuPaul becomes president of the United States, the CBC becomes sentient and sends us all back to
Road to Avonlea.
Days.
That's it.
Yeah, so basically, these ads. We're going to go back to these ads.
Okay, let's take a look.
The mine is down here for good, is she?
I recommended she stays down, yes. It's dead, John.
Well, then so are we!
What are we gonna do, John?
Gordon Pinsett and Jackie Burrows are John
This
and
is the
Mrs.
most
July 27th
Canadian
on
thing.
CBC.
Gordon Pinsett.
All he ever wanted was what he already had.
I wouldn't change a thing.
But sometimes growing up means saying goodbye.
This looks so depressing.
Film
You can't be a boy forever, Will.
He's standing in a doorway. Was he dying?
on CBC.
You can't be a boy forever.
Lloyd Bridges
so
starred in
sad.
Capital News, Tuesdays.
Wait, what? Oh, CBC Montreal. CBC and you. I wonder if that's... Oh. What happened to the audio?
I don't know. Well, we can cut it. It's okay.
Hold on.
That was enough. That was enough of Martin's tape.
Yeah,
But,
I think it may be cut out. I don't know. I don't even know.
oh,
Oh, it did. It was on the actual audio. Okay, that's what it was. I figured it out. There we go. Yeah, so a little bit of CBC. We have a running gag where we've been talking about the CBC, like, of an era, really truly was just people standing in doorways looking at sick people in beds. Like, every show was that. Road to Avonlea.
bad news.
Yeah.
It's like there's no days off.
No.
In those CBC days, it's like, oh, you have nothing to do. Go get polio or go
That's
get
it. The consumption. Yeah. The black lung,
Go get
Ebola.
something, suffer or
Yeah.
go to work.
Yeah. And go
Is there
work in a
field that needs
mine.
plowing?
Yeah, exactly. Go work in a mine and work your body till it's broken, and then you end
Yeah.
up in that bed.
Spend 45 minutes day in, day out putting on clothes.
Oh my God, yeah, all the
You
layers.
can't just wear the same pair of jeans you've been wearing for 17 years. You got to put on stockings and fucking suspenders holding up these goddamn things.
Yeah, to go be austere in a bleak landscape. It's what a life, Road to Avonlea. The road to Avonlea verse is where all these CBC shows live. They're all interconnected.
You know how you travel down the road to Avonlea on your hands and knees.
Yeah, on a gravel road on your hands and knees. 100%. Yeah. Possibly pulling a plow while you do it. Because God forbid you walk for fun. You better be walking for work by... It's just one of those.
I don't know if he's got SC. I'm looking at the chat for the first time ever, and I don't know if Martin had SCTV clips.
Yeah,
He may have. I think Kids in the Hall was his thing.
Yeah, and SCTV's, most of that's available online. We're looking for
Live
something a
at
little...
the time. I don't know.
Yeah, there might be stuff that, because sometimes they'll have things that don't clear. The music rights don't clear, and they won't be available.
He's got the 10th year anniversary of David Letterman, The Late Show.
Oh wow, okay, the 10th year of The Late Show, not of because he did two shows.
He did I think whatever his only show was before Netflix, because he did the Tonight Show for a bit, and then he did the Letterman show.
No, he did the show in the slot that was Conan O'Brien's show.
Okay,
and then he did his own show. So his really wild stuff. I don't think so. I don't think he did. I think he guest hosted a bunch, maybe, and then like there was a war and Leno got it, but he was doing the show after Carson, which was the Conan O'Brien slot, and that's where like a lot of his like really crazy, wild early stuff comes from, and because he pioneered a lot of the stuff that anybody who's kind of vaguely into comedy stuff knows.
Okay, so maybe it would be the 10th year of the Conan show.
Yeah, of the Letterman Conan show. Yeah, so we have confirmation. He never did the Tonight Show. He did guest host, and I know he felt like he was snubbed, and Jay Leno weaseled his way in, and there's all that.
And the weasel, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Leno, thumbs
No one
down.
likes Leno.
We're getting a cast list. I know the cast list to SCTV. It's a great cast list, though, for anybody.
John Candy was on SCTV.
SCTV. Well, here, we'll read it out for people who don't know. John Candy, Eugene Levia, Andrea Martin, Rick Thomas, Martin Short, Joe Flaherty.
Rick Moranis?
Rick Moranis was in it. Or Rick Thomas. He's thinking Dave Thomas, Rick Moranis. He combined the two.
Dick David.
Dick
is who I'm
David.
imagining right now.
Yeah, but SCTV.
That SCTV did. I mean, it's funny, but I don't seem to remember it having a laugh track.
I think it did. I think it did. I don't know that all of them did, but I think it wasn't live. It was either they piped it in or they played clips in front of an audience, or they had like because they I think the framing devices, they did have an audience, and then they'd maybe show it to the audience and record their reactions. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But it was it you know, a lot of the comedy nerds, you know, will go to that one as their go-to over SNL. But some of the people like Martin Short found their way onto SNL, and you know, I don't think it's a one or the other scenario. I think they both have their place in kind of comedy history. But I always liked how weird fucking SCTV got. They would do these. There's a great one, like it's with John Candy, and it's like I can't remember. It's like it's very dramatic, and like he was a good actor too.
Yeah, no, I should watch that show. I like the Men in Drag, and I think what you're referring to is they had this like running soap opera.
Yes,
always as one of its skits on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You know, you
of.
probably didn't make it home in time for the Comedy Network when they started airing it at 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah,
it's been rerun for quite some time. But yeah, I never caught it when it was like doing its second run, like the 60s Batman show that I love so much. I like when shows get a real long lifespan like that, so generations can appreciate them.
Yeah, it doesn't happen for Avonlea.
It doesn't happen for Avonlea, and I'm not 100% sure it's going to happen now with the way TV is now. Since you're not forced to rerun stuff, and you don't have only a certain amount of networks or stuff to watch, I don't think the kind of cultural rerun scenario where like one generation can have watched Batman, I could watch it because nobody's watching the same stuff.
Can you imagine the fucking time it takes before the internet to like go through this guy's catalog and be like, oh, I want to watch this. Go to the time, fast forward, or like sit through all of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like
it.
The generation now, they have the streaming option, so they can definitely go back to their SpongeBob. SpongeBob will never die for this generation before us. SpongeBob is something that's going to be rewatched by people. Their children are going to be forced to watch it.
Yeah, SpongeBob. That was after my time. I think I was.
Me too. For sure, but it's very popular.
Yeah, it feels like it kind of is in the Ren and Stimpy space for a lot of people, where it's
Speaking of which, I got it off Etsy this week, and it was cheap, so I bought it.
Hold on, let's see. So this is a Ren and Stimpy. What are we looking at? Oh, the orange tape.
It's their Christmas special. I don't own their Christmas special. I think with this included, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th one. And I think I'm missing one more, and I will have all the Ren and Stimpy VHSs.
Oh, shit. And are they all orange taped?
Yeah, there's one of them that's not orange taped.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
One of them that's not orange taped. And is it released by the same company, or is it just something that fell outside of the...
It's still Nickelodeon, but it's the last of the Ren and Stimpy tapes.
Yeah, I suppose, the tooling and machining required to make orange tapes, maybe there wasn't that much of it. Who knows? A comment from Stefania, Count Floyd. Is that a character on 3D House of Horror, Count Floyd? I guess these are skits from SCTV, I would imagine. Because that's one I haven't seen. There's like a ton of skits and a ton of recurring bits. I don't know too many of them.
514-416-0943. We could definitely use some clarity.
Yeah. So give us a call if you're watching live. 514-416-0943.
0943.
0943.
Call it with a jingle because we need one.
We do need one. But give us a call and let us know what you know about SCTV or whatever. But call in if you're around. Anybody who's watching and needs to correct the record. We're here and we're ready to take your calls. We're going to give you advice whether you like it or not. Joe Flaherty was Count Floyd. Okay, that's what it is, in the wheelchair. Oh man, we got the whole SCTV crew in today. They're pulling hard for SCTV. Well,
they were Canadian, right? We could proudly claim they were Canadian.
Yeah,
and we watched that awful Beer Brother movie.
Oh,
that Beer
yeah,
Brother?
yes.
Strange Brew.
Strange Brew. Now, I'm sure there might be people, because we've got an older demographic in the audience tonight, because we're on Facebook, let's be real, who might like that movie. But I'm sorry to break it to you. It's terrible. It's terrible. And if you liked it then, maybe you were deep into the 2-4. I don't know. We watched it stone cold sober, and there's no way. It's not a good movie. It doesn't hold a candle.
I have 3 questions for you.
Yeah.
Were there great laughs?
Were
Were there great laughs when we watched it? There were not great laughs.
No, not at all.
Were there great performances?
No, definitely not.
Was it the most fun film in decades?
Absolutely not. Are these all pull quotes?
That could be, yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. It was a good, terrible movie. That is incorrect.
Great.
Sorry to break it to you, Paul. Not correct.
I would think I would rather watch an episode of Avonlea than Strange Brew again.
Oh,
if only because I haven't watched Avonlea recently. But I think I would rather watch an episode of Avonlea over Strange Brew.
100%. I'd watch the entire run of that show, every single episode, before I ever watched Strange Brew again. Strange Brew, It wasn't even a fun, bad movie to watch. It's one of these movies where you go, like, the bit lives and dies in a 4-minute sketch.
We are hosers, and that is so funny. We are hosers.
100%
so
hosers.
The movie is like one of these earnest things where Ernest P. Worrell, Jim Varney.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
But it's like reference. They keep looking at the camera, but this is their first movie, eh? So they're like, oh, we're making a movie, eh? And what was it about? The beer? They were making beer. There was like beer.
Yeah, it's people making beer. And there's Max von Sydow. Poor Max von Sydow, who's in that movie, which it's just like, how do you get to a point where you work with Ingmar Bergman and then you're in this movie? Like, what happened?
I think there's even like it's not, what's the name of that Bergman movie? Not Strawberry Fields Forever. It's like
the
Seventh Seal. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes,
of.
yeah.
I think there's a Seventh Seal reference in that movie. God forbid Strange Brew does something a little highbrow.
Also, who did they think their audience was? Do you think there's any overlap in people who watch that movie and people who know the Seventh Seal? Absolutely not. There's nobody. Well,
here's the thing. People on Yonge Street and Dundas and Spadina, back in when I'm sure this movie was released in the summer when it was fucking hot. And so, you go to the movies. I just watched the Fran Lebowitz, Martin Scorsese thing on Netflix because I got Netflix again to watch the Matt Groening Disenchantment thing. Even though I hate that show, I'm still waiting for it to get good, and it's still not good.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Martin Scorsese's thing. And Fran goes on about how the only reason movies are successful is because they had fucking air conditioning.
Yeah.
And it's not your house.
Yeah. Which is probably...
You're not going to the movie to see a good movie. You're going just to get away from your terrible home.
Well, I think that's maybe the only reason that people went to go see that movie in theaters. I can't admit, I don't think it did well either.
That's my point.
Yeah.
If Strange Brew did well, it's because people just needed somewhere to go.
Needed some goddamn air conditioning and a soda pop and maybe some layered butter, although they definitely didn't do layered butter then. It was just butter.
Yeah. And you see Toronto at its best in the early 80s.
You do get a good picture of Toronto, in the 80s. A lot of van driving downtown stuff and a lot of Bay Street and
a lot of toque wearing and were they drinking? I don't even remember them just being drunk. I don't know.
It's just
this movie.
It's not a movie. When I was thinking back to I was thinking of real movies since we're talking about Mike Leigh. I was like remembering Jackie, which we talked about on the old show, and like, oh yeah, I haven't watched a real movie in so long. And I would love to watch.
Right?
Man, yeah, I guess, but like a real
movie.
So
I've been doing the Oscar thing. I watched Frances McDormand and Oscarland. I watched the Korean Oscar movie Minari.
Yep.
I watched this. Have you heard of this Carey Mulligan movie called Promising Young Woman?
Yeah, there was a controversy with Variety.
What's this controversy? What do you know about it? Tell me.
There was a Variety critic wrote something that she interpreted as being critical of her looks and like being misogynistic, and then there's a back and forth where he's saying that wasn't the intent. He just thought she wasn't the right fit for the role, but he compared her to Margot Robbie. I don't know. And he's like, and he's going, I'm a 60-year-old gay man. How can I be misogynistic? And I'm like, hold on a minute.
Okay. This sounds like a whole other episode we should devote to.
Yeah, this is a lot of insider spice. But yeah, I'm just smashing.
I don't know any of this nonsense. I just know that Carey Mulligan is the front runner for an Oscar for Best Actress this year with Viola Davis. They're both head and head, neck and neck. It's written and directed by a woman who has her background in Killing Eve. And I watched this movie, and it's provocative. I'll just say that. It's very provocative.
Yeah.
And
I've had it recommended to me a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's provocative. And I would say it's going to win actress and screenplay. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think original because she wrote it, I think. And, they want to throw it out there. Maybe the Minari guy might get it. But for actress, she's going to get it. It's just such a juicy femme fatale blonde. Like in every noir, there's the blonde,
right?
Like the crazy film noir blonde. She's really good at that. She's like all the others, but she's got that B movie blonde fun about it.
Nice. I'll check it out. One Night in Miami.
And there is this One Night in Miami. Yeah, that's the other thing I need to watch. I need to also watch the Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Blues movie.
Yeah, and One Night in Miami, directed by Regina King. Regina? I don't know. Regina. Yeah, Regina. Not Regina. Regina is the town. Regina would be Regina King. She great, fantastic actress who I most recently saw in Watchmen, but also I watched that show, and I watched The Leftovers, which she was in as well, around the same time, which I really enjoyed. Very enjoyable. Yeah. Proof that Damon Lindelof, he's not beholden to his sins on Lost.
We're not going to talk about him. Next, if we're going to talk about him, we have to talk about Aaron Sorkin.
What's his fingernail situation? I bet it's nubs. I bet Lindelof seems like a nub guy.
No, they're neutral.
They're neutral. I like
neutral.
That, John. You need to start a Wikipedia for fingernails, though. I like, there's like
there is
like
no. What I need to do is have like a shroud around me and host like a secret YouTube video where I discuss it, because I'm ashamed of knowing that, focusing on it.
No, it's good. I would watch. I think a lot of people would.
So I'm watching the Fran Lebowitz thing, the Martin Scorsese's. You know what I'm talking about? Martin Scorsese's Netflix limited series, Public Speaking. If you like her, it's and you like her style of talking and just all this history and stuff, it's fascinating. She's got bad fingernails. She's got nubs. She bites.
Oh yeah.
And when it's not pretty.
Oh man. Well, I'm just picturing that. It's horrible.
Well, no, it's not like they're bleeding or anything. They're not Xavier Dolan quality, but they're nubs.
Oh wow. We have a question. Jacob, have you ever thought of having your podcast on the Just Chatting section of Twitch? Twitch is a whole other thing. I mean, sure, but I don't know. I don't think we would have anybody watching on Twitch, but because Facebook is like, yes, I get it. It's a bunch of old people. Jacob is like Gen Z, so Jacob understands that this show is like, we could do a lot to make this show more successful than it is, and moving off Facebook is probably a good way to do it. But we're old. We have to remember we're old, Jacob, now. So if you show us the way, maybe we'll be on Twitch too, and we'll fucking, maybe we'll be rising stars if people want to watch.
Keith is doing some Twitch shit. He's trying to like incorporate Minecraft with Buddhism, and he's also trying to do Sea of Thieves with sea chanties. I tell you, I need sound canceling headphones these days.
It's sea shanties, thank you very much. But
sea shanties, shanties,
shanties, shanties, which are big now thanks to TikTok. They went viral on TikTok, and sea shanties are back for a limited time only here.
Okay. We have a clip of sea shanties. Do we have another clip? Do we have anything else?
We do. We have a couple more clips. We have some SNL ads, I think, to tie into the SCTV thing.
The SNL. There's a tail end of a clip, because It's Pat, that Julia Sweeney. It's Pat. I've never seen the movie.
Neither have I.
I've never seen anything related to it, and so this guy's tape, Martin, has an It's Pat thing, and with George Wendt, who was a host of it at that time. So this is the tail end of an It's Pat skit, and I want to see what your reaction to it is, and I'll tell you what mine was.
Okay, here we go. It's kind of remarkable. I mean, aside from the fact that it really wouldn't play well today, that kind of sketch, that the entire premise is just, we don't know the gender of this person. And that's the there are no jokes in it. There's no jokes. It's just,
it's the confusion and the, what is it? The guy's just, I don't know, trying to be polite. It's like awkward.
Yeah. There's it's not entirely unfunny. There's some bits in there that make sense, but the actual premise itself is one of those things that like is so stupid and is kind of, that to me is the worst of SNL. SNL, when it gets bad, it's wigs, glasses, and catchphrases, which is that's the bullshit side.
They made a movie. They made a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and SNL tends to like have that thing that happens with a lot of sketch stuff where it's just catchphrasey, kitschy. The best stuff to me was always the like after midnight weirdo one-off sketches you never saw again that the Harvard writers had let them out for to play a little bit and they actually got to write something. I understand that you need to have people with catchphrases, to keep people coming back. Oh, we love that guy, and it's. Living in a van down by the river is funny. That's funny too. It's not. It can't. It's not that that's not funny. But that I think is pretty.
That particular one was just awful. Just awful.
It's pretty cringe. It's like, especially because like, look, just touchy subject matter aside, where are the jokes? Tell me a joke, where is the joke? There's no joke. The joke is just, you don't know what I am. Like, that's not a joke. It's a weird, I don't know. It's definitely not aged well.
There are more ads after that. Let's dilute that taste.
Let's dilute that taste.
It down.
Let's take a look.
Taste with more commercials.
Danger at any time.
Oh, Phil Hartman. One of the greatest to ever do it.
So these are just classic ads. Let's just enjoy.
Just driving on the road, man. Look at that car. I want that car. It's getting closer. Is that a Honda?
The sporty scoop is just one surprise after another.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
A commercial putting me in shock.
Oh,
is
damn.
This the Super Bowl?
The Scoop?
Save big during
Wait.
Hyundai clearance time at
Is
your
that the
Hyundai
name of the
dealer
car?
I want one. Oh, here's a Mel Brooks movie.
Hey. Oh, the audio cut out again, eh? That's weird.
Yeah, that sucks.
I think that's in the transfer. Because, yeah, it is.
It's in the transfer, you say?
Yeah, because look.
Big during Hyundai.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Fine.
We'll fix those. We'll come back to them. Yeah, that car though. I can't believe they named the car the Scoop. Scoop, man. Jacob, welcome to the show, Jacob. Jacob Duval. Do you know Jacob? I don't know Jacob. Is he new to the show? Do you know?
Well, he's a friend now. He's our best friend.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Jacob. What's the best era of SNL talent for you guys? Maybe I just don't recognize the last name. The best era. Okay, well, in the comments, we're getting people saying 75 to 80. I mean, for me, it's a friend of Jacob's. Nice. What's up, Jacob? It's two Jacobs. Jake squared.
You saved us.
Honestly, SNL
like era.
Yeah,
the one we just aired, that era, because you got Chris Rock, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, Chris Farley, who died of beer.
Yeah.
You got,
well, technically cocaine, but yeah,
you got that era is fantastic. You got Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
Maybe Janine Garofalo's in there.
Yeah,
David Spade.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I don't know. I think I split between a couple because, like, for me, it was when you had Spade, Sandler, Norm Macdonald, Chris Rock. That whole '90s
Andrew
era.
Clay.
That was my favorite. I always loved like Sandler, Chris Rock, and David Spade. Those guys were all. I loved those people so much. They were so funny.
Yeah, and then there was like that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Then there's the people who you're just like, oh, if you love Sherry O'Terry and Chris Kattan, you're gonna love these other annoying people.
Yeah, and I always liked Sandberg, and I like the modern era with the shorts. I don't think there's a wrong era. There's been a lot of good stuff. The most modern era. I don't love SNL anymore. I don't really watch it, but I think that's a generational thing. As you get older, you fall off.
That Kristen Wiig's got a movie out now that's apparently terrible.
Oh, which one is this? Like a standalone?
It's called like Barb and Star. Sorry, look at my face there. That's terrible. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So Barb and Star are these people people, two women, played by
Star.
Kristen Wiig and Annie Munlo. She co-wrote Bridesmaids with Wiig.
Okay.
So now they're in this like female rom-com. No, it's not rom-com. It's like a musical comedy kind of, but like zany in like an SNL kind of thing, like another universe with an SNL alum.
Yeah.
And they go to a Florida resort. Anyway, this just came out, and I honestly thought it would be very excited to see this. And it looks funny in a way.
Mm-hmm.
They look like live-action Muppets with their like 50-year-old hair. But apparently, it's bombing. My friend Mark Kermode with the English accent called it trash.
Well, Kermode is an angry fuck, but you know, I think I'm sure it's not good. I can't imagine it doesn't sound good.
She was talking. Remember that movie Joy with David O. Russell and Jennifer Lawrence?
Right.
Apparently not Kristen Wiig. The other one, the friend, was writing that movie, and then David O. Russell took that movie away from her because Annapurna owned what she was writing about it, and O. Russell changed everything completely. So there was a whole article about this recently.
Again,
that was fun.
How is he not canceled? Have anybody Google him? He's been, talking about people being unjustifiably canceled. The dude's a monster, and he's still making movies. And it's like Hollywood's like, we're all woke and shit, except he can still make movies, no problem. Who's funding him? I guess is the big question. Am I going to start the campaign? I'm not gonna. Jacob saying, Will Ferrell to Andy Samberg, Bill Hader. It's been decent at best since they left. I agree. I love the Will Ferrell era too. Bill Hader, that's a great one. You know, they kind of overlap because I think Will Ferrell left and then Hader was maybe there at the same time because he was there. Hader was on forever. But everybody, there's always good in all of them. You know, you just get interesting performers that come up through it. But
I don't think I've watched 90 minutes of it in ages. I don't think I've done 90 minutes of SNL before Y2K probably.
Yeah, no. Well, it's not really relevant anymore. I mean, it doesn't have the same. I mean, the way the media landscape is fractured, I'm not sure it ever will be again. You know, it's not.
Alec Baldwin's Trump ruined it.
It did, 100%. Alec Baldwin's Trump was the end of the show for me because it was just this like doubling down on a legitimately
Jim Carrey's Biden was funny to look at before I clicked the clip.
Well, and their political shit's always their lowest hanging fruit. It's like there's never anything to say. It's not insightful or incisive.
Kenan Thompson is amazing.
Always is he still? He's still on too, eh?
Yeah, he's. I think he's definitely still on. He did some quarantine SNL videos.
Yeah, he's a lifer for sure. I mean, they must have given him a good deal too because like he's the kind of guy you need that anchor. You know, he makes every sketch better.
So the Golden Globes are in 26 days.
26 days. So what's the heat? What's coming up? You've mentioned some of the favorites. So we have. Sorry, what's your
I have
name?
the list here.
Okay,
but it's like who gives a flying fuck, honestly.
Yeah, well, nobody's seen anything either. We don't have like it's not like yeah, nobody's seen any movies.
Andy Samberg in this Palm Springs thing. I mean, remember this Hulu was like, we got a movie. It's called Palm Springs. Now it's on Prime. The poster was Samberg and this girl in a pool.
Apparently it's good.
I haven't seen this. Apparently it's good.
Yeah.
Apparently Time Travel or Groundhog Day is somehow a thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't hook me to go like but apparently it's interesting.
David Fincher's Citizen Kane and then Aaron Sorkin's Liberal movie. These are things.
Aaron Sorkin's Liberal movie. Did that do well?
Yeah.
Did people like it?
Yes. Yeah, they did. Well, they like the acting.
People liked Molly's Game too, and I think people are psychotic if they did, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are just people who, I don't know, worked on it or know people who brought it.
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, that's it. Molly's Game. Well,
that's good.
We'll put it up one last time. Definitely nobody's going to call, but if you liked Aaron Sorkin, Computer Mess, give us a call. Computer Mess. We had a Computer Mess before we started the show. Give us a call, 514-416-0943. We'll take your call live on the internet.
And don't forget what the grand prize is once you give us a jingle.
Yeah, if you give us a jingle for this number, you win a VHS. You get to pick. Do they get to pick? Maybe not. You don't want to give away.
They do get to pick.
They do get to pick.
They do get to pick.
But you don't get to see. You have to pick from the screen.
Well, that's it. So this is 3 rows deep.
Yeah.
This is one wall. Imagine this 3 more times because this is how deep the fence, the shelf goes. And you tell me how far back and which one, and I'll pull it out.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Castaway from Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis, you will know how valuable they are.
Yeah.
How important they are and how to our survival, for our survival, if ever.
Yep. So if you want to win a VHS you may not ever be able to play. What
Chicago
a great
7,
keepsake.
was that what it was called? I didn't know they made 7 Chicagos.
Yeah.
So there's Richard Gere and Catherine Zeta-Jones are in 6 of these fucking things.
Yeah. Richard Gere, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Are Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas still married? You know?
Yeah, they are. I think they are. Absolutely, they are.
Remember how he said he got throat cancer from eating too much pussy? I'll never forget that. Do you remember that?
Studied at the same school of etiquette as Rob Ford. Rob Ford got plenty to eat at home.
Yeah. No, that was.
And she was standing right there in her blue dress.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that Michael Douglas said he got cancer from too much cunnilingus, which is also. Was that a brag? It's a brag. Is he bragging? What is that? I don't know what that is. What a weird.
He stole Catherine Zeta-Jones's movie career.
Did she stop working after they got married?
Once she got the Oscar, it was like, no more career. Well, not no more career, but like in that way where it's like, I think it's like, I got my life where I want it to be. I don't need to be in the Hollywood limelight.
Yeah. Well, if you want to be in the limelight, 514-416-0943. Give us a call. We'll give us a jingle.
Do you remember the Rogers 1-800-3355-TMN?
Yeah,
Let's see if we can do that for this.
Yeah.
514-416-094.
If you have classical music training, please call us. And
where's Antonio?
It's a good question. I'm just checking to see the app if no, we didn't get any calls. No calls. Not surprising. Nobody wants to use the phone.
I'm not going to do it myself because that's just kind of like
that's
cheating.
So sad. Already sadder than begging people to call on our show. Well, Chicago 7 was good.
Was it this? It was called Chicago 7?
Apparently, yeah.
I think why it's so good is that it was actually shot in Chicago.
I mean, that helps.
Toronto.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, you can't shoot. You can't shoot something in. We shot the Death Wish remake. I worked on that. The Bruce Willis Death Wish remake.
The other Zemeckis.
Sorry, I didn't do the other Zemeckis. No, we worked on the Bruce Willis one, and that one actually worked because virtually every exterior shot was actually shot in Chicago. There's a handful that are in Montreal, but like there's a ton that are done for real, and it really helps sell it. It's the only way to do it because the Toronto movie, like Black Sheep, I think it is, or Tommy Boy. Is it Tom? No, it's Tommy Boy. It was shot in Toronto, and you can tell because they go to like Detroit or whatever the town is. They go to the city to pitch, all their stuff to Aykroyd, and it's clearly downtown Toronto, all Canadian. You can. It's you always you. If
the
you
cleanest
live in a place,
yellow cabs you've ever seen.
100%.
Fresh off the factory line.
Just some Canada Post boxes in the distance, that the art department couldn't cover up. You always know. You always know.
You always know. You can tell.
You can always tell.
You can fucking tell.
You can tell.
And the good ones, you don't even trust your eyes. You're like, it's still Toronto, but it doesn't look like it. Then you look, and it's like, oh fuck, it was New York.
Yeah. Well, New York looks way different. It's like you can't. I don't think there's a great way to fake New York anymore. Like people who don't care, but if you've been there, more than once, you always know. I get it. You can't,
right.
Yeah. You do
it's
what
like
you
that Gore Verbinski for The Weatherman. They were like, go shoot in Toronto. You're the weatherman. And he was like, no, it has to be Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago, especially. Chicago has such a gorgeous architecture.
No one is watching The Weatherman.
Yeah, The
Michael
Weatherman.
Caine and Nicolas Cage,
right.
His father and son.
Right.
Hope Davis.
Is it beautifully shot like his other stuff? He has an interesting style.
It says, yeah. He's got. I think it's photographed by Feedin' Papa Michael.
Feedin' Papa Michael. Yes, right.
I think he did it.
Okay.
Because it was who did The Ring?
Oh, The Ring. Yes.
It's Darius.
I thought it was Darius. Yeah, but I could be wrong.
But The Weatherman looks good. There are some really good shots in that movie, and it's got a fun Hans Zimmer score, and it's a perfect 6.5 out of 10 movie.
Okay. A Bicentennial Man? Is that worse than that? I can't even remember.
Bicentennial Man is like 3 or 4.
Okay. I just remember the robot being weirded out that the robot had like the frame of Robin Williams, you know? Like it's just clearly him in the suit, so it's the size of him, which makes no sense. If they built a robot, why would it ever be that size? Like, it makes no sense. I don't get it. They tried to stylize it, but that was Chris Columbus, or
sure was 1492 Predictions.
Oh dang, yeah.
And then I think the movie he made after that was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Really? Yeah, right. Because that was late 90s, right? 99 maybe.
Philosopher?
No. The other one, the robot.
2000.
2000.
It was just in time for Y2K. I think it came out the same weekend as Gus Van Sant's Psycho.
2000 wasn't 2000 like a weird year for movies, like kind of a bad year for movies. I don't remember there being a ton of good
I had
ones.
an itchy. There was Save the Last Dance with Julia Stiles.
Yeah.
There was Castaway.
Okay.
There was Pay It Forward.
Oh God. Yeah.
There
right.
was.
I forgot about that one.
Oh, people aren't watching to fucking go back in time to see what movies were playing 21 years ago.
I don't know. It's
American Pie had come out the year before, and the next one was just about to come out.
Oh, we got some spice coming in here. Do you think Will Ferrell has range? Could you see him starring in more serious roles like Robin Williams? Somebody else saying, Paul saying, I hate Will Ferrell. We know. Hey, Antonio's here. But Will Ferrell does have some range, not a ton, but I've seen him in more dramatic. He has done more dramatic stuff, but not like Robin.
He did Old School, and then he just rode that fucking obnoxious curly-haired face to death.
Yeah. He did a couple.
He did Wedding Crashers, showed up for that cameo, you know, and then he tried to win an Oscar with Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction is maybe his most serious, I think.
You should look at his Oscar failures, like his serious movies that no one watched that he tried to be serious for. No one has seen these movies, and they're not worth the time.
No, because Robin Williams was actually a good actor, and I don't think Will has that. Antonio, welcome. Bicentennial Man was the first time I noticed his film score being pretentious. It was super distracting. Who did that one? Alan Silvestri?
James Horner.
Okay. Oh, James Horner
did it, and James Horner died like 4 years ago in a plane crash that he flew himself.
Oh shit! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Horner is he? What are his scores of note? I don't know offhand.
Oh my lord! Aliens, Titanic.
Okay. Okay.
He did the score for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and that film, when it released the soundtrack, was sued to oblivion by the estate of Nino Rota, who did The Godfather, because he ripped off a bunch of Amarcord themes. He also ripped off Powerhouse. You know, the Powerhouse, I think, is the theme that goes dun 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 dun.
Okay,
it's like a Rube Goldberg thing.
Boom, 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 boom.
You got it. Yeah. Ren and Stimpy. You know, they use this shit a lot.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy. So Horner did the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids theme score, and used a lot of those. And they never released a soundtrack for that until like maybe a decade ago, when they finally passed all the legal crap. But he did that, and Avatar.
Okay.
Blue people.
Yeah. Okay, so he's maybe not one of my favorites then. None of those scores are like I need to. So
he did Apocalypto. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, there's no James Horner on my playlist.
No.
To be honest.
Honestly, I've been listening to the score from Devs, which is the TV series Alex Garland show. Fantastic score. Good, like late night drive score. It's cool. Ben Sainsbury, I think, who's an electronic musician. Let me give him proper credit, because if you haven't heard it, if you like, if you haven't seen Devs, number one recommendation, Jacob. This is for you.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, Devs, Devs. Jacob.
It's on FX.
It's an FX. You can get it, on the high seas, or where so. Sainsbury. That's like some grocery store in the UK. Ben Salisbury, The Insects, and Jeff Barrow, which I think are all electronic musicians who work together. The original series soundtrack. Don't necessarily listen to the soundtrack before the show. I mean, I know John might, but if you watch the show first to experience it in its element, it is such a good show. If you like it, and it's anybody being like, I don't want to watch a whole series of shows. Devs is one season. That's it. It's a limited run. That's it. They just did 8 episodes and it's done.
Yeah. Do you think Keith would watch it?
Oh my God, Keith would love it. Keith would love it. He might not love
I'll
it.
have to watch it.
He might not love it, but he would fucking watch it. He might hate it.
Yeah, he would watch the shit out of it. We watched the shit out of Raised by Wolves.
Right. Yeah, this is a million times better than that.
I'm sure it is. The first act of Raised by Wolves was wonderful, and then it turned into just plot.
Yeah,
people walking and doing things instead of like,
well,
growing
John,
with characters.
We watch Annihilation together, right?
We did.
Yeah. And you enjoyed it. It's that kind of filmmaking, but in a TV series. It's meticulously made. It's very. You'll appreciate the filmmaking and the it's excellent kind of pacing and mystery.
I like Garland. I liked that Deuce or that X.
Deus Ex, Ex Machina,
How do I remember that movie? Oh yeah, because it does that thing.
The dance.
Then the Deuce. It's like, what's that movie anyway?
Okay.
Ex Machina. How do I remember the name of that movie? Deuce, because of Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Machina.
Deus Ex Machina. But yeah,
so what do you recommend? I watch that, and you'll watch a Mike Lee. You'll watch Naked.
Yeah, I will. I will have to watch it. Mike Lee. Yeah, I have to watch that. I would recommend Devs 100%. If you need something to watch, I think you might really enjoy it. Jacob will watch it. Okay, cool. I'm curious to see what you think. Have you heard of True Detective? Of course. The first season is excellent. No, True Detective is great. I forget that, Jacob, you're a little younger, so maybe you haven't watched as much TV as we have. Our brains are filled with useless stuff. True Detective season 1 is fantastic. You don't need to watch anymore if you don't want to. Season 3 is okay. It's decent. Season 2 is not particularly good, although I enjoyed watching it.
One is just like aggressively depressing.
It is. It's
just
feel bad
torture and kidnapping and 30 years.
Okay, no spoilers.
Life.
No spoilers
Anyway.
for the kids who haven't seen it. But yes, 100%. Yeah, it is very bleak. So be forewarned. That's what you get into. But it's well made, good TV, great actors in it. It's worth watching.
Corey
Fukunaga, who directed. He's an excellent director. Yeah.
And he's got the new Bond coming out that none of us will ever see.
Yep.
He had a show on Netflix that I didn't even give a shit about. Maniac with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Nobody watched that.
I watched it and
Did you? The whole thing?
The whole thing. I didn't hate it, but it was like I enjoyed some of it, but it was just like it was just one of those weird Netflix shows that didn't really hit for me.
Have you thought about it until now?
No, completely gone.
Until now?
I think about Devs all the time. Devs is like stuck in my brain.
Okay.
So that's my barometer for like a show being interesting or cool.
I'm going to watch a RuPaul in a minute, but like I sent you a link. You don't have to play it, but did you watch the fight I sent you?
Oh no! Can we watch it live? Can we run a little long? How long is the clip?
Well, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, but should we show it? Is it worth watching?
If you want to watch it, it's a funny clip. It's like it's funny. It's not the best fight ever, but it's a classic fight from this season.
Okay, here, let's go. We're going on the internet now.
Because we're pretty lucky where we're showing like full content of things. I don't know if Twitch would like stop us from showing stuff because we've gotten away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're flying under the radar. Okay, well let's go to youtube.com.
Put in Tamisha, T-A-M-I, Tamisha, and Candy with a K. Candy with a K.
Tamisha versus Candy. All right, 6 days ago.
The second one.
Okay,
that's it. Yeah, that's the fight.
Another cleaning tip from Mr. Clean.
Oh my God!
Try
Sorry,
Magic
commercials.
Eraser and erase dirt and mud on shoes.
McCain Super Fries. Golden.
Guys, you're getting commercials. Fries.
Everything.
What is she saying? I can't understand what she's saying. She's yelling so fast.
Am I arrogant?
Arrogant. Am I arrogant to you? Okay, so set the clip up. She's being accused of being arrogant on the show.
Yeah. So this season, because of COVID, they had to separate the queens. And so what they did was they had a lip sync for every queen when they first showed up. So it was broken up into groups of losers and winners.
Okay.
Candy here with a lisp is from the winners group. So all season so far, she's just been safe and she's sad that she's not bigger, more of a winner.
This is Candy who we're looking at.
This is Candy. And Tamisha, who we haven't been introduced yet, called her arrogant. And Tamisha has been in the bottom quite a bit. In my personal opinion, she's not very good.
Okay.
So I think it's a bit of jealousy. So she's calling her arrogant apropos of nothing. It's like, well, she's in a competition. So now Candy has taken the bait and it's exploding and is now the bad guy instead of Tamisha.
He is just fucking checked out, whoever that is. Who is the person who's just
Lala Ree is actually wearing the worst dress in Drag Race history. She took the theme was bags.
Yeah.
Little bags.
And she just put gift bags on?
She literally fucking glued bags to a corset. And it's the stupidest dress.
Jesus.
But
I appreciate that
she is dress.
I appreciate that she's fully disassociated during this, though. She's like, what the fuck?
Well, because she knows she knows she has to lip sync. So in her mind, she's thinking about the words to the song she's going to have to sing, I guess.
Right.
But also, yes, let these people fight. Thank you, Sean, for airing. This is so lovely to hear it.
Oh, man. I mean, the first impression I get, don't fuck with Candy. Candy looks like she could fucking railroad you if you're not careful, you know?
Isn't that a great dress? She made that dress. It's backpacks.
Oh, wow.
That she stitched together. With hair and everything, it's really good.
People just fucking
Wait, I don't care. What any of the bottom girls?
It sounds like Jerry Springer.
It really does. The holding the bosom, doing the thing. And it's like
about me. No matter, girl. I'm staying here.
And the constant drinking from straws. Like
I don't know if it's alcoholic buble. It's bubbly. It's
okay.
That buble shit. I don't know if it's alcoholic.
God.
This is a game. Suck it, bitch.
This is a game. That's what I'm talking about. How to get spun like that. Always said, who's the top, who's
That's a Ronald McDonald looking motherfucker.
Yeah, what the fuck is that outfit?
Yeah, she's one of the tops. That's
one
Tina
of the
Burner.
How is that the top? What's the that's not a good costume. How it doesn't seem good even in the context of the show. Did they like it or was this like a dud?
It was a safe. It wasn't a.
Do people do condiments? Is it like gotten to the point where? Isn't it? All right. Yeah. God, I appreciate Candy's energy. She is a firecracker.
This fight happened 3 weeks ago, and no word of a lie. I think I put it on every morning for meditation. I just love hearing the fight.
Do we watch? Do we finish? Is there a big finale? Should we keep watching, or is there more to it?
No, it fades away like a sad fart.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the best is past. Yeah,
okay.
They go outside for a cigarette. And but here's there's no clip of this. Candy goes outside to have a cigarette. She calms down, and you know what she does when she gets back? She apologizes to everybody. She did not like the way it turned out, and she says it's just something she didn't like to do. Tamisha starts at her again.
Oh shit. Okay, so
and then Candy takes the bite and then starts yelling at her.
Oh, okay, but so in the show, Tamisha versus Candy. Who is more well liked now? Is Candy still a favorite? I mean, I like Candy just from how fucking hard she's going, right there.
But Tamisha went home last week.
Okay, so
and it was a lip sync between the two of them actually.
Oh well, Candy had the last laugh. Don't fucking call her arrogant. That's clear what the message is.
Yeah.
Damn.
And she said, if I'm being called arrogant in the moment, call it out.
Yeah, it's excellent delivery. Excellent delivery. Bette Midler.
There's a bit of drama going on here too. There's like on the chats, they're comparing Bette Midler to Jimmy Kimmel, Fallon. And
hold on.
There's a great Jimmy Fallon cringe where he has RuPaul on, and Jimmy calls Ru a drag queen, and Ru goes, "Excuse me." And lets him hang there for 10 seconds thinking he said something like offensive.
Yeah.
Something. And she's like, I'm a drag goddess. Like, it wasn't anything offensive, but he played with him to say it as if he had said a slur or something.
Yeah, I like that. Let him hang. I can't stand Jimmy. I mean, if you're going to ask for Kimmel, no way. Kimmel's a hack. Fallon, garbage.
Like Kimmel.
He was okay before he started talking fucking like crying every episode and talking about like Democratic talking points. To me, it's like, that's why I don't like Colbert. It's not, I'm not for the other side here. I'm like,
it's not talk shows anymore. It's just the anti-Trump hour.
Well, that's it. And I'm just like, that's not fun. That's why I like Conan. Conan's silly. Conan's still trying to do a comedy show.
Seth Meyers. I think Seth Meyers is the only guy I watch every night.
Yeah, I like him.
Trump thing.
I like him better than Colbert for his minute. But yeah, I like Colbert. But honestly, for me, it's like you got to go early Letterman. I love early Letterman, early Letterman or early Conan. Although I did love Pete Holmes when he had a talk show. It was so funny. It was just so weird. And there's the Pete Holmes show clips on YouTube. Go check them out. Watch Day Moon. Thank me later. It's an excellent bit. We should wrap it up. We ran a little long this week, but thank you for tuning in live. I always like that people tune in towards the last like half hour, but I guess we'll just start later on Fridays.
Oh, Antonio, we have a phone number. It's 514-416-0943.
That's it.
We need a jingle.
We need a jingle. So last chance.
And you could win one of these.
You could win one of these. So Antonio, if you want to call into the show, you call that number. You'll be live on the air right now, but you need an actual phone. We'll give you a minute if you want to. No pressure. It's just John. John's desperate for a jingle. So maybe you could help us workshop a jingle. 514-416-0943. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't think it will. Mike Bullard. What's the Mike Bullard show? Oh, Mike Bullard. I don't know.
Who's saying Mike Bullard? Who's mentioning Mike
That's
Bullard?
Antonio. Mike Bullard. Does Mike Bullard still have a show? I would be surprised if Mike Bullard is still alive. But maybe he is. He's probably just working at an HMV, the last one that's still open in downtown Toronto. Oh my God, we have a call coming in.
Oh no. Oh no. It's thrilling.
Hello. You are on the air. Welcome to the show. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, it's Antonio.
Antonio, welcome to the show. Our first caller. Thank you for joining. Can you hear us okay?
This is a moment.
I
this
can.
is a momentous.
This is truly a momentous occasion.
It was so hard to dial in just because of virtue of the fact that as soon as you go to the dialer on my phone, it closes. Like Facebook doesn't do video and video like YouTube.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was a big effort on my part. So I'm very grateful that I got to be part of Watch Rewatch.
Oh my God. Well, for people who have just tuned into the show, Antonio has his own podcast. We should plug it because he's been so kind to call in. It's called Who Cares If You Listen. You can find it on Spotify, I think. Where else can people find your stuff, Antonio?
I guess it's natively on Anchor FM, but it's on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, pretty much anywhere where you might listen to podcasts.
All right.
Who cares if you listen?
I don't want people to listen to me.
Okay.
What's
listen.
the jingle for us?
Yeah. So do you have any thoughts about how we could make this jinglified? This number? It's not a great number.
Like you're saying, like doing something like an 867-305 or whatever. Jenny's got your number. Figure out something for. First of all, I have this I have this crowdsourced caller ID app, and it told me that this was a spam number and warned me about calling it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what kind of backdoor shenanigans you guys are doing on this number, but jinglifying it. I mean, do you want it to go with the theme of like your theme song? Do you have like a genre in mind? Like, what are we talking?
I mean, this is, I don't even know how long this number will last because you're right. I'm using some fucking random app just so I don't have my number plastered all over the internet. So yeah, if, just, I guess, walk us through as somebody with a little bit of musical experience. How would you jinglify a number? Do you need a number first that's like lends itself to a jingle? How do you even start approaching that?
No. I mean, honestly, I think, frankly, if I wanted to do this, and I've never written a jingle for a phone number, just so we're clear on this, I feel like I feel like you're going purely based on syllables, and the fact that every phone number in North America has the 10 digits, you could just kind of, I don't know, 514-416-0943, something as long as it's got the rhyming pattern. I mean, just plug it in, and then you change the number. As long as people don't notice, it's like
it's true. So
we could make something work.
So you go based on the amount of digits and kind of a sound, and then what the numbers are don't matter. Okay, I get it. So it's like I
mean, that's the easiest way. If you could spell something out with those digits, like the Cars for Kids people.
Yes.
I mean, then we're golden. If 0943 does something,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, that's oh my gosh. And to answer some questions, you know what? Stay on the line. You can finish the show with us. You can help us close it out. Jacob, we do go on once every week or two. Once every week or two around this time. Although we will be exploring some new options. Maybe these new Gen Z folks can help us with Twitch and other things. But yeah, once every week or two, Fridays at 8:30. Well, I guess we will wrap it up, but thank you for calling in, Antonio, being our first caller to the show, fitting as a longtime fan. John,
pleasure. And
sorry, go ahead, Antonio.
no, I just said it's a pleasure and an honor. I'm so happy to be the first.
Yeah,
hopefully not the last.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts from either of you? Antonio, go first.
My thoughts. I regret having started the Ernest marathon with John, but we've got 1 out of 9 of the trilogy. So we watched Ernest: A New Hope last night, and then we're on to the Vern Strikes Back sometime this week.
Fantastic. Well,
I can't wait.
Maybe we can check in with you. We'll do a segment. You can call in and we can talk a little bit about how your experience has been going. Because I really, as much as I'd like to be there with you, I'll pop in for one. But you guys have a fortitude that I don't. John, any final thoughts for the end of the show?
I'm trying to come up with a jingle, but I can't. I just want to say that Antonio sounds like Lowell Green. AM radio, Lowell Green. We have our own Lowell Green, everyone.
There we go. Well, you know what? That's
he's a podcast now. You need to check that out on blasttheradio.com. Lowell's back, man.
Lowell's back. Fucking Lowell Green. Well, yeah, what a guy, Lowell Green. An Ottawa icon, controversial in his day. I can't even imagine now.
We're so aged by calling out this Lowell Green.
Lowell Green and geographic as well.
I will say this. I will watch Devs. You watch Naked.
All right. That's it. We're going to do our homework and we're going to be back next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. For this week, I'm Sean.
I'm John.
And this has been Watch, Rewatch.
Rewatch you later.
Okay, we're clear.
Another